Hi, Aries and Aries Rising. Here's your horoscope for December 2024. I'm Astrologer Joseph Anthony. Can you believe it? Here we are at the last month of 2024, and it's been one hell of an energetic ride. Wouldn't you agree? Anyway, this month, the universe is going to slow things down for many of you. Unfortunately, because Mars will go retrograde in your fifth house right here. And I'll discuss what that means. And we also start off the month with a Mercury retrograde. So we're going into a very nostalgic month and beginning the new year with all this nostalgia and uncertainty in the mix. Okay, so again, it is just energy, and symbolically, it's showing us how the energy is moving. Okay, so this reading is for anyone who has a sun sign in Aries or a rising sign in Aries. This is a general, very general sun sign reading. It'll give you at least an overview of what kind of energy is influencing you. Okay, remember, you have free will. You could do what you want with this energy. It's just a cycle. It's a pattern. It's a way of looking at things. Okay, so let's get started here. We're going to start off the month here by focusing on what the energy is doing. So Mars is the ruler of Aries, and it's been in Leo, so it's been pretty good. Your motivation, your drive, the creativity has been really good. So for the first 5 days of the month, the energy should be okay. But when Mars goes retrograde, Mars has to do with our motivation and drive. And since Aries is the ruler of since Mars is the ruler of Aries, this will slow you down a little bit. And that's the last thing an Aries wants, is to be slowed down, because Aries is the sign of pioneering spirit, of always moving forward, always trying new things, always wanting to be challenged in some way. And when Mars goes retrograde, the challenge becomes internal. So you turn inside and go, oh, I'm not sure what I'm doing. Oh, I don't know what I want. Oh, nobody cares about me. There's this internal dialogue that takes place when Mars goes retrograde. Okay, so just be aware of that. It's going to be in Leo for a while. It'll stay in Leo, but on January 5th and 6th of the new year, it will go retrograde back into your fourth house. And that's when the emotions, the feelings, the nostalgia all return. So this is what I mean by this month is going to slow many of you down. You're going to be feeling very nostalgic. You're going to be uncertain about the future. And that is normal because of the ruler of Mars. And everyone will be feeling this, but especially if you're an Aries, Aries rising, or even a Scorpio and Scorpio rising, because the co-ruler is also Scorpio. But let's look a little deeper here, okay? We still have planets that are retrograde. And this retrograde just means going within or reviewing or revising. So we still have Uranus retrograde. We have Jupiter retrograde. We have Neptune, which is going to come out of retrograde. Okay, so, and then we have Mercury retrograde beginning the month in the 9th house. So you're going to be visiting or thinking about something from the past or a situation from the past that you're going to be bringing to the forefront this month. Okay, so this is going to be very important. Now, we also look at the North Node. It's in Aries. The North Node is what we're striving for. It's in the first house of identity and self. We've also got Chiron, which is an asteroid that symbolically represents a wounding or a healing that needs to be resolved, and then going on to learn or teach about that healing. And it's in Aries as well. So look at this first house for many of you. You feel like you're not sure, you're not strong enough, or you're not determined enough to know what you want right now because of these symbolism here. And Mars is going to be weakened, and Mercury is also in retrograde. Now, the good news is that Pluto right here has entered your 11th house of hopes, wishes, and futures, and will stay here for the next 18 to 19 years. What that means is you have a new future ahead of you, something new that involves community, friendships, organizations, becoming more of a visionary. So after these retrograde periods here that'll end more than likely in February and March, you are going to emerge a new person. This could be something like a new business, or self-empowered, or being a part of an organization, or meeting some really interesting people. And so what you're doing right now in this month going into the new year is really evaluating what you want and what you don't want, how you want to perceive yourself and how you want others to perceive you. This is what the energy is showing me. Okay? And I promise you, in 2025, you will reemerge as a new person, because Neptune and Saturn are both going to leave Pisces and go into your first house. And that is all about change, all about identity change, appearance change, everything to do with the self comes to the forefront. And by that time, Mars will be out of retrograde and will definitely help you a lot. So this is what you have at the beginning of December. We also have at the beginning of December a new moon in Sagittarius, right up here in the 9th house of higher learning, philosophy, the bigger meaning of life, religion, politics, the whole 9 yards. So this is the big picture. And this will be a new moon at 9 degrees of Sagittarius. So wherever that is in your actual birth chart, that's the area you need to look at. But generally speaking here at the 9th house, this tends to be, let's look at the long-term goals. What do I believe in? What do I want? Where do I want to travel to? What do I want to learn? What do I want to explore? This is all on the table with this new moon. So over the course of the next couple of weeks, from December the 1st, it'll be all about learning something new, exploring something new, having more fun. Sagittarius loves to have fun, so don't forget that. Mars is still in Leo on the 1st, which is also about fun. So don't forget to have some fun. This is going to be vitally important. We all need a little fun. We can't always be serious about work and responsibility in the future. We have to live in the moment and enjoy ourselves. And this new moon is suggesting that you do just that. Now, Mars goes retrograde in Leo on the 6th, and this will be quite a while. It'll be direct, I believe, at the end of February, and that's going to be vitally important. So it'll start going, here it is in stationary position. It'll be at a standstill, and over the course of the week, it'll start slowing down, going backwards. So this is it's in the 5th house. It starts off in the 5th house of creativity. So if there's a project or something that you want to go back to or review or be a part of, this could be a good time to review that process. Now, I would suggest not making any life-changing decisions under this Mars retrograde. Not a good time for that. But you want to revisit the past. You want to look at your internal beliefs. You want to, if you have children, you'll be focusing on them. You'll be focusing on the love of your life or the love of your lives that you've had. This is all going to be on the table. So it'll slow you down a little bit, but it'll give you an opportunity to fix things, to clear things up before you move forward again. Okay, and that'll be in February sometime. Now, Venus enters Aquarius as well on the 7th. Now look at this. As soon as Venus enters Aquarius, it smacks right into Pluto. Now, this is going to be a very powerful conjunction for many of you. This is going to be, I need to get rid of something, a situation, an organization, a charity, a friendship. Something will end here, or you will reevaluate a current situation, because Venus and Pluto's about transformation, changing things, and Venus is about partnerships, and Uranus, unfortunately, is about sudden changes, is about, I can't do the same thing over and over again. I can't take that. So now I have to change things. I have to abruptly disrupt them. And that's the kind of energy that's coming in right around that December 6th and 7th when Venus enters Aquarius. Now, the good news is you'll be meeting new people. There'll be new thoughts about the future, new thoughts about what you want, new partnership potentials, new organizations, a way of looking at things in a different way. Remember, you're going through a transformation this month, and this is part of this. This is about your relationships, the future, and what it is that you really want. So it's trying to focus your attention on the future while you start getting rid of the past. That's what I'm suggesting here. Okay? Now, Neptune goes direct in Pisces also on the 7th. Later on, there it is in stationary position. It'll take about a week for it to move forward, which is good, because what will happen is with Neptune going direct, now your imagination is getting fertile. Now it's like, okay, I got to create something new. I want to change something about myself. I need to go in a new direction. I may need to take a more spiritual approach. I've got to realize who I am. And so you're going into your imagination and your mind, and you're beginning to figure things out. Saturn's already gone direct, so both of these in direct motion are going to be helpful for you over the course of the next couple of weeks and into the next couple of months. So take advantage of the energy also on the 7th of imagination and realization that something has to change within your life. Now, the full moon on the 14th into the 15th will also be very strong. And this will be very closely conjunct to Jupiter. So there's going to be very important conversations to be had. And you will need to focus a lot of your attention on communication with others, with siblings, with family members. What do I need to discard? Where do I need to go? Do I need to take some trips or travel somewhere to clear my head? This is all going to be on the table. And so there's going to be a lot of energy here being ramped up with this full moon as well. So the first couple of weeks of December, as you can see, are very active and very social. Then we also have on the 15th, Mercury goes direct right there. Okay, so this is going to help a lot as well. It'll start clearing the air. It'll start making sense to you in some way, somehow. And so this will be about the future as well, and maybe getting things straight, working things out, and so on. So keep that in mind. Now, the sun enters Capricorn, normally does on the 21st, 10th house of career. So guess what? The sun in the 10th house is going to illuminate your career, your sense of purpose, what you want, your goals. And so everything this month is really about how you want to start the new year. Okay, do you want to reinvent yourself? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to gain muscle? Do you want to change your position? Do you have to find a new company? Do you want to start your own company? This is all on the table this month. Okay, and be serious about it. And so if you need to go take a few steps in that direction, go for it. The sun in Capricorn will absolutely inspire you to do that, especially if you're bringing up something from the past that you really are passionate about. You got to try it, and see where it goes. Now, this month is very special because we also have a second new moon in Capricorn in the 10th house. Now, normally this would be considered a blue moon, which is two full new moons in a month. But because this is at this time of the year in Capricorn where the sun is very low on the horizon, this is considered a black moon, which means we don't really see it when it actually gets activated. But the 10th house is all about your career. So there is a good chance that something from the past, a job, a situation, an opportunity from the past that arises this month because of the two new moons, one in the 9th, one in the 10th. Okay, even though this is a second one. So this is a very powerful month for making some serious changes, or at least changing the way you view the world, this month, and how you view yourself, that you need to be serious about. Okay, so nothing devastating. More or less, it's coming to terms with what you don't want and what you have to clear up from the past and move in a new direction. That's the key here for this month. Okay. So if you want to know more, I appreciate all of you. I have the Inner Circle community. And as you can tell here by this slide, there's an extended version of the astrology this month in my community. So consider joining. The link is down below. And there's going to be another 5 to 10 minutes more of this reading for many of you as I go a little deeper into understanding the astrology for the month. And by the way, in that Inner Circle community, you also get a weekly astrology. I give you an overview of what's going on that week. Each week I do a video on the weekly astrology. There's so much more, as you can see here. And besides, it's a 7-day trial. So if you're not happy or whatever within the first 7 days, there's no obligation. And, you go back to living your life as you normally were. So anyway, I hope you have a great end of year. Make it a good one and begin to reinvent yourself. Okay? I will talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.